In this video, we're going to unbox and set up an Xbox Series X that was purchased through the Xbox All Access program, and we'll redeem our 24 months of Game Pass Ultimate. So for those who don't know, Xbox All Access, or XAA, is a way for people to get next-gen gaming systems at an affordable price and with 0% interest. Currently, you can join Xbox All Access through these retailers. I went with Walmart because they will actually ship the Xbox to you, while some of these others wouldn't ship the Xbox. And they required me to drive, 45 miles one way to pick it up in person. And I just wanted it to be shipped, so that's why I went with Walmart. You can currently get the Series S for $24.99 per month, or for only $10 more, get the Xbox Series X that we have here for only $34.99 per month for 2 years. Now, your actual cost per month for the Series X will actually be closer to $36.50 to, say, $37 per month, depending on the taxes in your state. Also included in Xbox All Access is 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So that means you'll have access to over 400 games. You'll also have access to EA Play. Plus, besides playing on your Xbox, you'll also be able to play games on your PC, and you'll also have access to cloud gaming. So any of these games that have a little cloud icon can be played with cloud gaming. And what that essentially means is you don't even have to download a game in order to play it. You can launch a game with cloud gaming and start playing immediately. So Game Pass is basically Amazon Prime Video, but for games, or Netflix for games, or Paramount Plus for games, however you want to think about it. And for those of you who are maybe used to Xbox Live Gold, well, guess what? Xbox Live Gold is included in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. The Xbox shipped in a plain box. It arrived in about 4 days from the time of purchase, and that includes the weekend. It was shipped via FedEx, and it did require a signature. So take a look at the box. Feel free to pause if you want to read this. All right, let's pop it out of the box. And there's our Xbox. Let's pull it out. Down here are your setup instructions. Take a quick look at those. Grab this black box. And in here you have your ultra high-speed HDMI cable, power cord, safety information, and controller. In the package with the controller, you'll also find 2 AA batteries. I'll go ahead and pop those in real quick. Let's get the packaging off the Xbox. And there it is, looking all pretty in its matte black finish. On the front is the power button, although most people don't actually use that, since of course you can turn on the Xbox with your controller. This is the pair button to connect your controllers wirelessly. You have a USB port and the disk drive. This is a 4K UHD Blu-ray drive, so you can buy games from somewhere like a GameStop, and it's also compatible with original Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One game discs. You can also play DVDs and Blu-rays as well. And this is one of the main things that separates the Series X from the Series S. So the Series S is all digital, meaning you can't use game discs with it. And instead, you'd purchase games from the Microsoft Store, either on your Xbox or in a browser, and simply download them to your Xbox. Or of course, download any of the Game Pass games. You just can't use discs with the Series S. Now personally, I don't really like using game discs. I just don't want to deal with them. I much prefer buying games in the store, and then I just don't have to deal with, inserting discs and removing discs and whatever, right? Because it's not 1995. And don't worry about high prices in the store, because games are always going on sale for $5, $10, $20, Even deluxe versions of games that originally come out at like $109 will generally go on sale for, say, $30 to $50 within, say, 3 to 6 months. Of course, that's not every game, but for example, NBA 2K23, the Michael Jordan edition, it originally came out at $99. And just a couple weeks ago, it was on sale for $19.99. And the standard version was only $6.99. All right? So there are always deals available in the store. But nonetheless, you can also use physical game discs with the Series X if you prefer. On the rear, you have 2 USB ports, an Ethernet port, a storage expansion port for the Seagate expansion card, an HDMI port, and the power port. There's also a Kensington lock here on the rear. There are 4 rubber feet on the right side and a big rubber pad on the bottom. So that means you can orient the Xbox either horizontally or vertically. And finally, on the top is a huge air vent. If you look inside, you'll see the fan. And this fan is whisper quiet. You really can't even hear it when it's on. Here's the included controller. On the inside, you have a 3.5mm or 1/8" port for headphones and an expansion port for various accessories. On the rear is a USB-C port, so if you want to play wired, you can do that. In fact, you don't even need batteries if you are playing wired. Or if you have the official rechargeable battery pack, you can charge it directly in the controller. And this is the pair button. Just press and hold, the controller comes on, the light blinks, then press the pair or connect button on the Xbox, and that's it. You're connected. Now we'll set up the Xbox. First, download the Xbox app to your phone, just so we're ready. Then connect the HDMI cable and the power cable to the Xbox. Of course, connect the HDMI cable to a port on your TV and plug the power cord in to an outlet. Then turn on the Xbox. And you should see a code on your TV. So let's head into the app. If you already have an Xbox, you can tap the console icon and choose Set up a console and set up a new console. Or if this is your first Xbox, just choose Set up a console. Then enter the code you see on the TV. And we are connected. Hit Next and follow the prompts. Then we need to connect our Xbox to the internet, and you can use the Ethernet port if you want to be wired, but I'm just going to use Wi-Fi. So type in the password for your Wi-Fi network and join. And we're online. Great. So now we need to update the Xbox. And we'll continue in the app while that's updating. Choose if you want remote features on, and I do. Keep your games up to date, and sign in with your Xbox profile. Now, I already have a profile, so it automatically signed me in, but if you don't, you can sign into your Microsoft account or create a Microsoft account and set all of that up. Then choose your sign-in preferences, and don't worry, you can always change all of this later. I happen to already have an Xbox, so I can choose if I want to switch my home Xbox, give the console a name, then choose any apps that you want installed, or of course you can do this later, but there's a few I want. next. And don't worry if this happens, it's just because the Xbox is still updating, right? So it can't install apps right now. But they will be installed after your Xbox restarts. You can copy settings from another Xbox or start fresh. I'll start fresh. And if you are a parent, you'll want to pay attention to this screen because the Xbox has a bunch of settings that you can employ to lock your kids out of the Xbox or, from purchasing games, etc., etc. There's also a dedicated Xbox Family app so you can monitor and control exactly what your kids are doing on the Xbox. And that's it. We're all set up. If your Xbox is still updating, you can explore the app for a while. And there's a lot of stuff that you can do in the app, including downloading games to your console. Now, you can't purchase games in the app, okay? If you want to buy games, just go to xbox.com, or you can buy games from the Microsoft Store on the Xbox, or go to Amazon and buy game discs, or of course head to GameStop or Best Buy and purchase game discs if you prefer. But don't forget, this Xbox comes with 2 years of Game Pass, so we already have access to over 400 games at no extra cost. Plus, we get some games on day one, like we got Wulong on day one, we got Redfall on day one, and we're going to get the epic Starfield on day one for no extra cost. All right, so we are done with the app for now. Let it finish updating. And follow the on-screen instructions. I'll press and hold the Xbox button on the controller, then press the highlighted button, and that's it. We're all set up. Select whatever you want here. And now we can redeem our 24 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Now, if you already have a current subscription, you may want to wait a while as that kind of winds down and gets closer to expiring. So in that case, you could choose Decide Later. Or if you want, you could claim it for a different account. But since my Game Pass expires in like 9 days, and I am signed in to my main Xbox account, I want to claim it. And there we go. We're good for 2 whole years. If you want, you can head over to your Microsoft account and confirm that. And auto renew is off. And finally, you can choose your TV settings. But of course, you can always change all of this later on in settings. And that's it. You're finally completely done. The Xbox is set up. The controller is set up, and we've redeemed our 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate. So we are all set up and ready to play.
And slam dunk by Jordan, adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Now, one thing you'll probably want to do is head to Settings, Devices and Connections, Accessories, hit the 3 dots, and update your controller. Be sure to set down the controller, keep it flat, and don't touch it. And we're done. You may also want to come back here and choose This Controller Signs In Nobody and set it to sign you in automatically. Although it's easy enough to sign in, but it's something you might want to do. Now it's time to head into your game library, and if you already own games or you purchase games, you'll see them here. But since we have 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate, head to the Game Pass tab and download as many games as you want. Or if they have a cloud icon, you can play immediately with cloud gaming. And as part of your Game Pass Ultimate subscription, you also have access to all of the EA Play games. So of course, download as many of those as you want as well. Now, to download a game, very simple, just select it and install. You can do this for several games at once. And they will be added to the queue. If you run out of storage space, you can delete games. And don't worry, you can always reinstall them whenever you want. Even if you delete a game that you purchased, you're still going to find that game in your library, ready to be installed whenever you want. All right, you don't have to repurchase games just because you delete them from your console. In most cases, you'll also keep all of your progress as long as it's synced to the cloud. So there is a lot more to discover on your new Xbox Series X. So be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos. But for now, it's game time.